Hello, everyone, and welcome to our weekly Thursday webinar here at
Good morning. Good
HeyGen.
morning.
And Wayne, I have you by my side today. But before I will introduce you, I just want to introduce everyone who will join this live webinar today with us. We always get a lot of attendance from all over the world. So I wish you a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, not good night right now, because you should still with us here. And Wayne, I have you with me today. We will talk about interactive avatar, the big update in general, but really we have many updates here. So we posted something today on Product Hunt, and I already know our servers are pretty busy, but you will tell us everything about it. So please introduce yourself, everyone who's new with us here or joining the first time, that everyone knows who you are.
Great. Thanks for such an energetic intro, Nick. And hey, everyone. For people who are the first time here, my name is Wayne. I'm the co-founder of HeyGen. Excited to give you a lot of updates on what's going on recently.
This is such amazing. I'm really hyped because we are doing something with this live interaction avatars that it is really unique. Not just for us at HeyGen, like I would say in general for the technology itself. It's a very complex technology in first place. You will guide us through today. First, because we always get someone who is the first time here with us.
Right.
And it is always that, just to let everyone know right away, we will record this webinar. It means even if you pass this live webinar or you have to jump after, whatever, you can still watch it on our YouTube channel. So Wayne, the main question, because if I'm with my co-founder here for HeyGen, I always want to ask first, what was the idea behind HeyGen in first place, but also what is HeyGen actually?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, for to kind of give everyone a basic context, especially our new members who's first time here. HeyGen is a company that focuses on creating AI avatar and videos for people. Our vision is to make visual storytelling accessible to all. We started this company around 4 years ago when Josh and I had this kind of idea from using generative AI to revolutionize content creation for people, which was like a really wild, vision when generative AI was so raw back then. But yeah, here we are. We've made it to where we have now thousands of paying customers and companies who's been creating with agents every day, and we still see a lot of potential to make much better and bigger technology and product for you. Potentially go beyond video, which is part of the what interactive avatar will be doing. That's why we're very excited along the journey, and we're still very early into the whole vision, and we can't wait to keep giving you more stuff to try.
Yes, we always have every Thursday webinar about our products. So we always want to focus on one topic for each Thursday webinar. So today it is our HeyGen Labs product interactive avatar. But if you're also interested, what are the other products from HeyGen, like the avatar creation first place, or video translation, instant highlights, URL to video? Everything you will see each Thursday, or for sure, you could sign up for free and just make your first experience and make yourself comfortable at our interface at HeyGen. So we would love to support you here as well. Before we jump in to what is new, maybe you can just guide us through what was the first idea? When was maybe the moment we saw a real big use case and need for live avatars? And then what was the kind of evolution so far from HeyGen to the point where we are today?
Yeah, great question. So we started by exploring videos for people. we know that every business wants to make more videos, and also every business wants to make more kinds of videos. And the barrier, the cost to make almost any video previously before AI was just too huge, too high for especially SMBs. So we were diving very deep into helping people make avatars and videos. But in the very early days of those, we already heard about ideas. Okay, like can I just go live? Like what if like I don't even need to make a video? What if something can be interactive on my website or in my customer calls that we can skip the step of creating video? So later last year, we started prototyping such technology. It was super challenging. It's like it was already difficult enough to make a video work, not to say something live. But our team is very interested and has a strong pursuit on that. We had the prototype kind of there or end of last year, and we've been hammering the technology behind. It's not one of, it's absolutely the most complex technology pipeline we have built, and we're still not fully mastering it. There's lots of improvements to make, but that's kind of the spirit we are going after. We believe after video vision, which is huge, there's another potentially bigger vision to help people just have their company's knowledge equipped, loaded into their trusted representative of AI, which talks like them, thinks like them, beyond only looks and sounds like them, and it can be 24/7 in 1,000 different places at the same time. It's like omni superpower employee that can do anything at multiple places. We are very thrilled by this vision and we keep exploring. And finally, we are getting the tech closer to being ready. It's still not perfect, still lots of stuff to do, but we're very excited where we are right now.
Yeah, but this is actually also, I would say, the attitude from HeyGen in first place. We don't want to launch something like 100% perfect. We are shipping fast to be always the number one like leader in this type of avatar space. It doesn't matter what actually the product is at the end. We will collect the feedback from our like users who are actually just like testing everything. We get a lot of valuable feedback to improve the product, to make it sooner and faster, just better. And this is how we are. So we want to keep with this. This is why, yeah, I think it is fair to mention it is not perfect right now, but we want to be there, and to make it faster, we need and want to collect the feedback from everyone. So if everyone is facing some limitations, challenges, reach out to us. We will take it from there. I will always put interactive avatar in 3 spaces in first place. And HeyGen is helping you from end to end. It means like, first, for sure, we need an avatar in first place. So with the creation of an avatar, to create an interactive avatar, we will help you out with not just videos, also support from our end. It is like the integration, how to actually use, I would say, the knowledge base version on our platform, on our UI. It is the embed version to make just a quick test on my own website, for example, or is using the SDK, for example, the API, to integrate this in my own workflow. And everything is doable. It's not just like I can add this to my website. You can also add this in a different automation workflow, or even on your mobile app if you have one. And doesn't matter. We will help you, support you to make it happen. Wayne, this is talk enough for now. Let's jump in. Share your screen. Show maybe in first place where we can find this product. Like if I am like signing up with HeyGen, where I can find interactive avatar, what are the first steps for me? And then also show us the updates, because everyone is already waiting here and I don't want to waste time.
Great. Yeah, I've already seen lots of good questions from the chat. So let me share my screen.
I will collect the questions and we will get at the end, and I will ask you for sure.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let me find my screen. Yeah. So to also give you a little bit more context on. Oh, I'm able to share my screen. Let me allow screen share. This is okay. I might need to rejoin a little bit to enable this screen share feature.
Yeah, this is okay. I can share the link meanwhile how to actually create an interactive avatar. This is maybe also important for everyone that we are aligned and on the same page to actually how to create this interactive avatar. There are some guidelines. We will actually share the link now to the chat that everyone make sure they will get the result they are looking for, because interactive avatar, the big benefit and the big advantage is really that we will have different type of modes. So we need a 2-minute recording from everyone with a listening mode and also with a talking mode and an idling mode. It means like we need to have this to bring it actually live to your avatar, to your interactive avatar, that you can use it in the platform. So let me try to get Wayne back here in one moment. But I think he is back.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Let me turn off this annoying background first. Cool. Here we go.
Perfect. We just shared how to create your first interactive avatar. Maybe we can still tell everyone 1 or 2 sentences after your presentation just to make sure everyone is aligned. But now, Wayne, I would say go ahead. So this is our UI. Take it from here.
So interactive avatar is like the latest technology from HeyGen avatar stack that we are helping people to make avatars that can talk and have a conversation in real time with their audiences. That's what we call the interactive avatar. And we've been working very hard behind the scene, and we have some very exciting updates today. So let me just start from like the user journey to walk you through. So first of all, for everyone who go to HeyGen, you will be able to find interactive avatar card under labs. It is still a beta product. We have a lot of stuff to work on to make it much better, as we already planned. So when you go here, you'll first see a few template avatars. So normally you can just chat with him directly here, like either let's say Alec ASL's avatar, which has been here actually for a while. I see the comments that people are finding the server being busy, which is true. Like we launched our new version like this morning midnight on Prada Hunt and are getting lots of tractions. There are like way too many people trying, which kind of beat our expectations. So our engineers are now actively working on scaling up our server clusters to make the servers much more accessible for everyone. For people who have been here before, you might have seen this Alec avatar already. So we have made this avatar and have been iterating that for a while. There's an interesting tradition from HeyGen that no matter what we do, we always try to become our first customer. And we were actually already receiving lots of inquiries and meeting requests from our early adopters of interactive avatar. And Alec is actually one of our team members who's been working on your interactive avatar with me. And he just started to not have enough time and bandwidth to take all of the calls, but he wants to help the users. So we turned him into such an AI sales avatar and just put him out here. And so far, he's been having like 100 plus kind of initial sales or customer inquiry calls every day. And we are able to just like not spend the time, but help users with the questions they have, and also look up the chat history and to summarize what are the areas users cares the most, what are the common questions, which has been helpful for both sides.
Yeah, and this is the most interesting thing here. And here is actually where it's getting interesting, because everyone is asking what are the use cases actually to have actually an interactive avatar. And this is actually one example already. And everyone should also understand, yes, you could take this UI to your own actually web page, to your own workflow. You can build whatever you want to by using our SDK and API. Like And I just want to make sure everyone understand this.
Right. Yeah. So feel free to play with all of the template avatars and see how it could potentially inspire you for your own use case. You can also check out how we kind of edited their knowledge base. So that's the template avatars. You can now go to all avatars to check what HeyGen offers or create your own. So on the top, you will be able to select avatar. So we have made a new batch of new HeyGen public interactive avatars with better camera, better shooting, better actors and actresses. And there were people asking earlier about OpenAI real-time voice. All public avatars are now equipped with OpenAI voice directly for you to use. Also, it's free to use on our website, so you can totally experience the power of combining two latest AI product together into something that would be potentially useful for your business. So you can select any avatar. You can also select different knowledge base. By default, we give you all of the knowledge base we use on the template avatars. So not only you can chat with them, you can also take a look at how those knowledge bases are set up. So you can feel free to take it, make it yours with your company or brand information or guidance. Once you select the avatar, you'll be able to double check the knowledge base here again. Again, you can create your own and you can click edit to see what's in there. For example, if we go to the edit avatar knowledge base, and you'll be able to see, okay, this is how it was set up. A very useful thing here is that besides writing the knowledge base for your avatar, you can also just insert potentially useful links that's relevant to the purpose of your avatar and have HeyGen to load kind of a summarize this page for you. So you can load the knowledge of this URL into like some kind of like extension of your knowledge base. And uploading PDF has been something users have been asking a lot, which will follow up very, very, very soon. For example, here, HeyGen received this this URL, and just summarize the whole website in a FAQ kind of a format. You can feel free to review, to change, to delete or add, and save it to the link. So when users ask questions about whatever information that's beyond your original knowledge base, but relevant to your company website, your avatar will be able to find it.
Yeah. So two important things here to make it a bit more like simpler for everyone. You can actually copy paste all the knowledge you have into actually the knowledge base to just, for an example, right away. You could also add the links that actually the avatar has the knowledge. You could also prompt that the avatar should stay focused on the provided links and knowledge base and not just like changing to a randomly topic. And the second thing is to just give you more insights about the enterprise and corporate levels, how they are doing this. They are using the API from us for the interactive avatar. They are typically have their own large language model. It doesn't matter if this is built up from OpenAI or even from Gemini or even an open source model from Llama. And then they're actually connecting this, that we are the latest stage, like in this automational workflow. And they're like actually for sure can upload the PDF documents or even all these things they have in their large language model. And then the avatar will respond on the baseline actually from this large language model. And you just answer this already, this PDF upload, a big request from a lot of our community users. But yeah, it will come for sure.
Right. And beyond that, a more exciting update is about, you might have seen this button, which is like send your avatar to Zoom. It's very easy to use. You can just click this button to connect HeyGen to your Zoom account. And then you will be able to either meet your avatar in a Zoom meeting right away, which will start a new Zoom meeting on your computer if you have the Zoom client installed. Or you can send an avatar to an existing meeting where you basically paste in like the meeting invitation link and send the avatar. Right. We're not in the Zoom, so we won't be able to demo this. And the people have been asking, like, every time when I go to a webinar, like, is this real Wayne? Is this the avatar Wayne? So very likely, like, going forward, like, I'll get some help from my avatar to talk more stuff, maybe in longer webinars, right? And you can always disconnect Zoom whenever you feel like it. Taking avatar to Zoom is like a very exciting early exploration of useful, and also ubiquitous for all of our users. There's all kinds of possible interesting use cases like online training, language learning, therapy, like what we've been trying, and sales calls, customer support meetings, any kind of online meeting that you or your team has to deal right now. And they are in a way repetitive, and they always come with the same goal, and maybe even the same list of questions or topics to go through. You can now create an avatar here and give it the specific brand context and the goal for the avatar to go for you. Yeah, and the avatar will be able to create, like we've been sharing, like not only look and sound like you, but also think and talks like you in a real-time sense. To make this more useful, we also built this calendar connection, which is still kind of being wrapped up a little bit. We didn't talk about this too much in the launch, but it's working in in the MVP sense. So you can connect your Google Calendar as well, and then you'll be able to view your upcoming meetings. And that's a Zoom meeting. We only support Zoom as of this moment. I connected my personal Gmail, so there is no real meeting schedule. But if any meeting schedule with a Zoom link, you'll be able to preview all of them, all of the meetings in the next 1 to 2 weeks. And you'll be able to select which avatar with whatever knowledge base to go or not. And the avatar will remember this meeting and will just go in time if the meeting will be started by the host. After the avatar go to a meeting, it will also take back the recordings and the summary of what happened in the meeting. You can go review the Zoom recording if your Zoom account has enabled this feature. Avatars will also be summarizing, okay, what happened in the Zoom and chat, and if there's any takeaway. This is, again, very MVP, but it can get much more helpful in terms of being capable of doing some actions based on the meeting. For example, decide something is qualified or not, or automatically schedule the next follow-up with your calendar, or send out whatever email to the customer, to the audience with certain informations they inquired. We have imagined a lot, and many of them are very doable. We're just too excited to work on work on like getting them ready for you.
And we've seen this already, how powerful this tool is for any kind of business and companies. Just if you see, like, not just for customer support, I mean, who wants to talk? It's just one use case, but who wants to talk to a text chatbot anymore if you can actually do this right away? And also, this is a question I can ask you right away, Wayne. This is about the languages. So is it possible that my avatar can also talk more languages, or is it just like my input voice and then just my English or my French or just my German?
Yeah, so you here, good question. Here, before you start any meeting, either in Zoom or on the website, you will be able to select from these dozens of languages that you feel most comfortable with to talk to this, to start the conversation with the avatar. And the avatar will by default use the language, and also will be making the avatar voice multilingual, so you can also switch language mid conversation. We have a language learning partner template here just to show the capability of being multilingual of an avatar. There will be also a translation assistant where you can take an avatar into a meeting and just like program him to be just translating whatever that's happening between you and your meeting participant.
Yes.
Being multilingual. That would be really useful so that you can start having meetings with almost anyone in the world.
Right. And just to make this question right away be answered, what is actually I would say, if I have my interactive avatar and I put it on my website or even on a subpage, it doesn't matter. If someone of my users or potential customers, or even my own employees, because I'm setting up, let's say, an internally teaching educational avatar for my own company with a big knowledge about all safety, security, where to find a PDF, where to find any kind of guidance or terms, is it then blocked to others? Like, the question is, how many people could normally take action to have a conversation with my avatar? Is it just one? Is it 10? So is it possible that more people at the same time can talk to my interactive avatar?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the avatar is starting with focusing on one-on-one conversations. Like all of the possible use cases we mentioned, like online training, language learning, interview screening, or like a sales calls. The avatar would assume one person is talking to him with all of the questions or back and forth. We are also trying something interesting to make the avatar aware of potentially multiple people is talking. Maybe people are talking to each other, not to him, during the meeting setup. And very soon the avatar will be able to just normally join a group meeting and chime in whenever he needs.
Perfect. Do we want to add anything to the presentation here, Wayne?
Yeah, the last part, I wanted to show you guys how you can go create your own avatar, which I believe is something
Yes.
people are very interested. We've been doing our best to show you like how public avatars can be, but they will never be perfect for you because they don't come with your company, either branding, either in the visual or the knowledge based side, and also like those are just like demos in terms of how you could be making yours even in a better way. So when you go select avatar from here, you can click my avatar tab and create your avatar, your interactive avatar here. It's very similar to how people create a video instant avatar, but with some differences. So you will notice that the structure of recording an interactive avatar footage is different than the pure 2 minutes talking from video avatar. We would need you to show us how you would listen to someone for 15 seconds, and then we would need this normal talking period for 90 seconds. And we will also need to see how you would just be idling without talking or listening for another 15 seconds. We learned that this might actually take some practice for customers who, it's not that natural if you just intentionally listen to a camera while also trying to figure out things to make this part easier and better for you. But that's what's needed right now. And after that, you will be able to normally either decide to upload or use a webcam to record yourself. And you will follow with your consent as the same as your video avatars, and you'll be able to submit. Interactive avatar takes a little bit longer to produce than video avatars, usually within 24 hours, right? And
Exactly.
yeah.
Let me just add one more thing, because for sure I'm also part of the trust and safety team here at HeyGen. Every avatar is protected. It means we will just accept your provided video if we have the consent from the person who is actually showing up in the video. There is no way we can just create. I could have a footage from Wayne, for example, but I don't have his actually consent video. It will not work. And this is the point I want to make clear. We have human being moderators in place who are checking everything. So even the AI is doing a fabulous job right now. And our system, how we build this safety pipeline, is awesome. And still we are double checking with human moderators. And everything is protected in your account. This is very important for me. So even if you create an avatar on HeyGen, Nobody else will have actually access to your avatar. This is just in your like account for corporate, for enterprise. Yes, you could share your avatar with your colleagues, with your members for different projects, but then you have to give the rights, actually the permission to this project. So this was very important for me. Wayne, we have some questions. What do you think?
I forgot to share one last thing before we go to questions. Let me show you guys. So, because I see some people, some users asking. So, Zoom is like the latest way to use your avatar, but there's other ways. For example, like you can just chat with the avatar here. Usually it's for testing to tweak your knowledge base and stuff. You are chatting with the avatar right here. But the real use case is that prepare your avatar and send it to chat with other people. So besides Zoom, you can also share your avatar here with a link. So you can decide which knowledge base to use, and you'll be able to share a link, copy a link directly, and send it to your audience. They can open this link on their computer, on their phone, in a web browser, and start having a conversation with the avatar you sent with a knowledge base you want. You can also integrate. So here's a very easy way to integrate the avatar onto your web page. It's like one line HTML code. You can still decide which knowledge base you want to go with, and copy the HTML and paste it to the end of your index HTML, basically your home HTML on your website. And then you have your avatar sitting on your website for all visitors, and for them to just have a conversation 24/7 whenever they have any question with your knowledge base. Of course, there's API integration, and the people were asking about API. Feel free to check this out. Everyone has a free trial token just to try out how our API endpoint works. You can also click this button to look deeper into our full API document, which will be rapidly updating as we release more capabilities. Here's a demo of how you could be making your own front end with JavaScript. We have built like a demo SDK project on GitHub, so you can clone a project and see how we would implement that in a simple web window that hooked up with our streaming backend. So you can take it from there and start customizing your client with HeyGen interactive avatar. Yeah, that was like the one last bit I wanted to kind of make sure
important, because we have a lot of actually techies here with us in our community who actually not just want to try our products actually in our UI, they also want to build something. And for sure, go ahead, exactly the way Wayne will show you. If you have questions, you can always reach out to us and we will get connected to you. Just to make some quick, simple questions. So yes, you can create your own avatar. Okay, so you don't have to use any fake avatar or just our provided avatars. No, you can use your own avatar that looks like you and also is talking like you. I have a funny actually idea here. If we could make this, maybe not in the next sprint, but maybe later on, if someone could drink coffee with the listening mode, like in the listening mode, or drinking water to make it even a bit more natural. I think it's not actually a bad idea, to be honest. Maybe we can add this to our list. What do you think?
Yeah, I saw that question. It's very interesting. Technically, it's doable. That's why we want to like include the moments of you, how you would listen and how you would idle. Technically, you could include whatever personal way of listening and idling in there, and then show up in your avatar. We still need to do something to make it more customizable so that it's you, but it's not so repetitive and robotic. Technically, it's doable. It's a great idea.
Yeah, we did a POC with a big company in the finance industry. What we did was actually, so the desktop was here, and any type like it switched from the look to the monitor to the desktop or the MacBook, notebook, whatever. And then when talking is back to actually the client's face, like front face. So yeah, we are testing everything out. I really actually love this idea in first place. One thing I want to make sure, just because I'm reading this as well, is no, you can't create, and this is overall for HeyGen. you can't create your avatar via API. The avatar has to be created on HeyGen, like in our interface, and then you can actually take the avatar ID and the voice ID to actually add it to your API, that you have everything in your own environment. But the avatar creation is always here at HeyGen because of the security and moderation policies we have in place. Are you seeing any other questions you want to answer, or should I ask you more and more?
Let's go through the questions you have, and we can also kind of look back into the chat history to answer some of the common questions.
Okay, is it available now for everyone?
Well, it is. The page I demoed is actually using a free account, and everyone can go there to use it. As some people comment, our server has been kind of overloaded since this morning, so you might not be able to hop on a chat with avatars right away if it's like occupied. But our engineers are actively working on scaling up our servers. So in a few hours, you should go back to normal, and you can try either in our website or in a Zoom meeting.
I have a very interesting question, actually, and you are the right person to ask. What is where you would and our team put more focus on? The quality performance of, like, I would say, visual, the resolution, or actually the latency? So he is referring to, okay, maybe you have to reduce the quality to have a better latency, or you have to reduce the latency to get better resolution. So what is your point of view, but how we want to deal with this? So how can we make the quality even better with the resolution, but still have a very, very short latency for the interactive avatar?
Yeah, that's a great question. Essentially, the avatar quality and the streaming latency are at conflict. Like the higher resolution your avatar is, then the more data to stream, which makes it slower. That's essentially the technical challenge behind such a product. And we have invested a lot in there, and it will continue to be the highest priority. So the reason we wanted to make Zoom available first and the ways to use avatar is that, like Nick mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, we didn't want to build whatever imperfect stuff, in-house and give it to you, because it won't be perfect, because it lacked your input and feedback. We'd rather make it initially useful for you so you can give it a try and tell us what you think, and then we hear your voice as we work on the things that we know we need to do better, which is like the avatar quality and streaming quality. And then we learn about your use case. We take your feedback, and we go. It's essentially building the product together with the whole community and all of our users. And back to the question, streaming latency and avatar quality is like the highest priority. But also in the longer term, we'll always continue to hammer that to make sure like we provide the best avatar and the best streaming sessions to you. In the meantime, we want to not limit us from making useful features like Zoom or calendar integration or meeting summary for you as well. So it'll get better as it gets more useful at the same time, which is like a big appetite for us being a pretty small team. That's why we work pretty hard. Nick and I work pretty hard on this. Yeah, but I will love your feedback on along the way.
I have a lot of, I would say, very individual questions. I think we will not answer this. It is more kind of, hey, how to set up a good pipeline for a sales call. Like, can we do step 1, step 2, step 3, even with an interactive avatar, that actually the avatar guide the customer or the user through actually a setup pipeline, and not lose anything in between. We have questions like, hey, Wayne, what do you think from your experience perspective? What are the best large language model to build actually up? I think this is a very general question, because it's not really just HeyGen in first place, because we can work with a lot of large language model out there. So I think if you really want to have this kind of question answer, you can reach out to us directly and we can take it from there.
You can talk to Alex Avatar. He's knowledgeable about most of the questions.
And this is actually a good use case. So do you have to reach out to us? And this is actually the tweak I wanted to answer you, but you did it even I was not telling you before. This is what I meant. Like, yeah, you can reach out to us via an email. You can try to find contact with us, but you could also set up an avatar like we did on our interactive avatar in UI, and you can ask actually Alex avatar all the questions you have, and you can get this experience right away. If you practice a bit more, if you try something out, even if it's sometimes back and forth, you will get a better understanding. What are the top use cases for your own business, for your like purposes you have in first place, and you will also face some new things you can do with your integrated avatar, customer support, sales, but also teacher, therapist, like you told us before, Wayne. But also internally, there are a lot of use cases. If you're a big corporate company, you have thousands of nationalities and different type of languages in your company. You could create this type of avatar with all the knowledge base, and they can reach out 24/7. So I think for today, we should call it a webinar. We learned a lot of things today for interactive avatar, how to create an avatar, how to integrate, also how to use it, use cases, and also what is new. Wayne, thank you so much. I think it was a very efficient webinar, even if it's 45 minutes now. If you want to see like a different webinar, even with a live demo, we can for sure do this. Ask us, social media, like give us a follow on X, on LinkedIn. We are creating right now a big community on a different platform that we would love to share in the next, hopefully 2 to 4 weeks. And we will put a lot of educational content in this. You can ask questions. We will do live webinars, how to, like I would say, a lot of videos, how to. So join us there as well. Follow us to keep updated all the time with us, because we are launching pretty fast a lot of new products. So Wayne, if you have, I would like to give you the last words. Like next week, join us for the next Thursday webinar. Typically, we are launching the updates on Monday morning, that everyone has enough time to schedule and block the time slot. But again, you could also watch the webinar on YouTube after this live. So this is very, very important. And biggest, I would have one more favor to everyone, is like help us or upvote us on Product Hunt. It would we would be very appreciative about this. But Wayne, I would say goodbye to everyone. See you next Thursday. Wayne, the last words belongs to you.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. No, those are great. And also thanks everyone for your passionate comments and questions. I know we didn't get to answer all of the questions, but hopefully we answer like most basic questions. And also, again, you can talk to my avatar at HeyGen Avatar 101 or Alex Avatar for more information. I think if one thing is to take away is that interactive avatar is such massive product, and it's very, very early in its life cycle. That's why it's still like a beta product on the labs. We have heard of and also imagined and brainstormed with our early adopters like a bunch of stuff that is theoretically doable, and both parties are excited to try. The scope is huge, and we have a relatively small team working pretty hard. So we will continue to make very meaningful progresses, like you mentioned, avatar quality streaming and useful features. I believe in 2 weeks, in 4 weeks, in 2 months, end of this year, this product will be a lot different than what you see today, being a lot more powerful, a lot more high quality, and I will be sending my avatar to your webinars then. So this might be one of the few times I'm here in person.
Okay, so I have to talk with your avatar in the upcoming webinars. This is fine to me because it will show our technology. So,
you will
but
send your avatar to talk to my avatar, and the users send their avatars to listen to us, so everyone save time.
oh, and then we have to build like a pipeline, like a queue when they're asking questions, and then the avatar will, after the main performance, will answer all the Q&A live in a waiting list. Actually,
Okay.
this is a cool idea.
Let's brainstorm offline.
Let's take it from here.
Let us know. Send us an email. Reach out to us anytime. We'd love to hear from you. Again, essentially, we are building our products with everyone here.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And yeah, now have a great day or even good night, and see you next Thursday.
Great.
Bye.